This is ABC 7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. We are getting a heart-wrenching glimpse today into the horror that took place inside Orlando's Pulse nightclub Sunday morning.
Survivors sharing their stories and feelings while mourning the 49 people who did not make it out alive. Hospital officials say 6 of the 27 patients still in their care from the shootings are in critical condition.
I never thought in a million years that this could happen. I never thought in a million years that my eyes could witness something so tragic.
I want the world to know that our community we are together. We are helping each other. We're getting through this together.
As memorials grow in Orlando, we're learning more about the gunman and his 30-year-old wife. Law enforcement officials tell ABC News that she may have had prior knowledge about the attack. She reportedly told investigators that she tried to talk her husband out of it. During the massacre, the gunman called 911 and professed his allegiance to ISIS, though federal officials say there is no indication that he had ties with a terrorist network.
He appears to have been an angry, disturbed, unstable young man who became radicalized. As we know all too well, terrorist groups like ISIL have called on people around the world and here in the United States to attack innocent civilians.
Law enforcement agents are also hearing from witnesses that suspect that the suspect was a regular visitor at gay nightclubs for years, including Pulse, the site of the attack.
In an effort to suppress any fear or other emotions here on the Suncoast, the Islamic Society of Sarasota and Bradenton is speaking out against the Orlando attack and the man behind it. The
mosque's spiritual leader says this is not a representation of Islam and invites members of the community to come and see that for themselves. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us with more. Adam.
Scott and Haley, thank you. The Islamic Society feels now is the time to educate the community about their religion, but they're also taking precautions to ensure their own safety in the process.
Aaron Moffitt is angry and heartbroken, not just because he went to school in Orlando for 4 years or because he has friends who have been to Pulse, but also because once again, Islam and shooting are in the same headline.
Any good work that I feel that the Muslim community does, it's like it's thrown out the window every time something horrific like this happens.
Raised Muslim here in Florida, he's concerned about the fallout so close to home.
Fortunately, I was born with blue eyes and white skin, you know, but my mother and my sisters, they wear headscarves, you know, and they're ridiculed and criticized and harassed very regularly.
President Obama responding on Tuesday to those who have been critical of the commander-in-chief not using the term radical Islam.
What exactly would using this label accomplish? What exactly would it change?
Yusuf Mimen, the imam or priest at the Islamic Society, says what happened Sunday was a lot of things, but not what he teaches.
This goes against the very basic teachings of Islam and violates every teaching of our Prophet Muhammad.
He hopes to turn all the negative attention on the religion into a positive by inviting anyone to visit the mosque on Lockwood Ridge Road.
This opens the door for people to ask those hard questions that, you know, they've been wanting to ask, and I encourage people to ask those questions to people who are, you know, scholars who are qualified to answer those questions.
But the mosque will have other guests too. Sarasota County Sheriff patrols that they've asked to increase during their evening prayers through the rest of Ramadan, the holy month which ends in July.
From our side, we want to make sure we take all the necessary precautions, and we want to make sure that our congregations and people that come to visit us at the mosque are safe.
Despite the imam says the congregation and add that have been reaching out in support since Sunday. Scott Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Adam. And while authorities continue to investigate the Pulse nightclub shooting in Sarasota, hospitals and EMS here in Sarasota, the hospitals here and the EMS officials are reviewing their training skills. Sarasota County EMS and hospitals like Sarasota Memorial prepare for incidents like the one in Orlando every year, conducting incident training by converting the parking garage into a makeshift hospital. The use of triage tags are also an important part of the process.
As our crews go through and assess the patients and determine how critical critical they are, they take and put one of these triage tags on there that gives the hospital information about what they've determined were the injuries.
So we can determine who needs care more immediately and who can be held back, still under care, but we want to make sure that the right people reach the right treatment in the right time.
These triage tags were also used by emergency personnel in the Orlando shootings.
As the outpouring of support for the victims and their families continues, another candlelight vigil is planned for the Suncoast this week. It will be held in the playground area at the Bradenton Riverwalk tomorrow night, beginning at 8 o'clock. If you'd like to attend, you're asked to bring a long stick candle. The Harvey Milk Festival put together a vigil at 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota last night, and more than 1,000 people turned out.
A friend of Sarasota resident Eddie Sotomayor gave an emotional speech at last night's vigil, as did Sotomayor's employer. You saw his name first on this list, Top Hat Eddie, as his friends called him, among the first victims to be identified by authorities following the Sunday morning shooting. By last night, all 49 were identified. They range in age from 18 to 50 years old. That 18-year-old, Akira Murray, had graduated high school just last week in Philadelphia.
Well, let's change gears now, get a check on our weather. A very hot, humid day on the Suncoast. Yet another one, Bob.
You can feel it.
Yeah, with west wind. We're going to see this west wind overnight, too. Our low temperatures have been extremely warm in the low 80s, well above average. 89 right now. That's not too unbearable, but the heat index at 97 degrees, and that's due to the higher dew point temperature and that west wind at 9 miles an hour. The pressure has been holding steady for the most part. We have some dry air in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. That's the reason why you don't see a lot of activity like we normally would this time of year with the interaction of the sea breezes. And we can see there were a few showers around earlier. They didn't last long because they tapped into that dry air at about 30 to 40,000 feet. And you can see those have since moved on for the most part. They left around a few boundaries, but not much. One lone shower just popped up within the last half hour near Port Charlotte and just to the southeast of Northport. So there's a chance, a very small chance for an isolated shower through the evening hours, but most of that action has been inland, and even the ones well inland near Sebring are not all that strong. We'll have more in our forecast. Our rain chances will be increasing as we approach the weekend. Your weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. Tropical Storm Colin has left a lasting impression here on the Suncoast after drenching the area last week. Assessment teams have been surveying the damage the storm caused to the beaches in Sarasota and Manatee counties. So far, the results are looking mostly positive. Sarasota County recently completed a look at its beaches, while Manatee County's assessment still continues.
Sarasota County did certainly lose sand in certain areas along our Gulf shoreline, but really for the most part, we really didn't have the serious hit that was at least potential.
We fared very well with Tropical Storm Colin, but you know, for those individuals that were damaged, that's very detrimental to them.
Although the beaches did well in Sarasota and Manatee counties, there were homes, businesses, and piers that suffered damage, and repairs could cost into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. A lawsuit over access to a Siesta Beach.
What some residents are claiming in a suit filed in response to a recent vote by Sarasota County commissioners.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Bring your measurements this Saturday from 9 to 4 to get huge discounts. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Did you know? When your dog stays at Canine Corral, the play is free? Contact Canine Corral today about boarding and daycare packages. Canine Corral, where the love is.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck, 39 years running, the Ford F-150. Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now, get up to 2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Manasota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Manasota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Manasota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Manasota Flooring today.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC7.
The decision by Sarasota County Commissioners to privatize a portion of Beach Road on Siesta Key has some in the community in an uproar.
And now a lawsuit has been filed to prevent the move. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates caught up with the resident behind the lawsuit. Bobeth?
Well, those in opposition to the county's vote say the move will turn the last stretch of beach frontage roads to condos and once again limit the public's access to the water.
At first glance, it may not capture your attention, but Beach Road is one of the only places on Siesta Key that you can actually see the water from your car. And soon that could all change.
Reverse Robin Hood. We all own this now, and it's being taken from all of us and given to wealthy people to make them millions of dollars.
Last month, commissioners voted in favor of vacating the county's rights to Beach Road on Siesta Key. The move came at the request of 3 homeowners on Beach Road, and the vote will allow those homeowners to demolish and rebuild condos where the road currently sits and connecting their properties all the way up to the current beach line.
It's basically a money play, and millions of dollars are at stake.
But a lawsuit has been filed to prevent the change from taking effect. Those in opposition of the commissioner's decision to privatize the road say the move goes against the county's own comprehensive plan, which states the county shall not vacate road segments on waterfronts along any creek, river, lake, bay, or Gulf access point, and shall encourage right-of-way use of these areas for coastal beach and bay access. Michael Constantino, the resident behind the lawsuit, says if the county moves forward, the public access to the beach will be limited.
You literally, if it weren't for this stretch of road, could drive around this island and not even know that it was an island unless you're going over a bridge, because we don't have any public views of the water.
An opinion that many beachgoers share.
We need to keep it public, so when we stay here, we can come down and enjoy the beach and the water here.
Well, I really like this being open to the public because we stay at the beachside villas and we plan on returning, and we really like being able to just walk right down here to the beach.
Now, county officials say they're unable to comment on a current lawsuit. And those in opposition of this Beach Road closure says that they're starting a whole social media campaign, and they've also created a website, reopenbeachroad.com. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bobeth. That's the struggle, you know, between development and preserving what we can all enjoy publicly.
And having access to it.
And having access to it.
Area.
Yeah.
Okay, your forecast is coming up right after this. Stay with us.
Florida Studio Theater presents The Fabulous Lipitones, now held over by popular demand. A high note leaves the Barbershop Quartet without their 4th member just before the national competition. What ensues is a comedy of misunderstanding, stereotypes, and the path to perfect harmony that critics say has laughs galore and gets right to the heart. Buy tickets now by calling 941-366-9000 or visit floridastudiotheater.org.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Annual wellness visits are important for healthy living. When you schedule your yearly exam, MCR Health Services is here for you.
With over 25 healthcare centers featuring multiple services and 8 pharmacies, we are here for you. Call or click today.
College is the best starting line a Florida student could have. Since earning my degree at the University of Florida, I've gone on to be a NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Rookie of the Year and a team owner in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series. Thanks to the Florida Lottery, many more students will be off to the races with a brighter future. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
This is that time of year where the second you walk out your door, you start sweating. It hits you. You feel it.
My sunglasses fog up.
Yeah,
I've
immediately.
Had that happen
Oh yeah, so the camera lenses on the cameras that coming from a cold building to the outdoors. Yep. I noticed that the air conditioning bill starts to go up a little higher too. As soon as you open that door, all that comes in too. So you want to keep that to a minimum around the house. Okay, remember that, Emma. Don't leave that door open too long. We have had some warm temperatures around early on, and summer hasn't even started officially. Right now, Anna Maria webcam showing a beautiful day out there in the bay. Bimini Bay showing pretty calm conditions, really, and a high humidity around as a result of that westerly flow, keeping temperatures warm overnight. So we don't get much relief from the afternoon storms, and then with that west wind, temperatures remain well above average even as we start the day off. And we'll see similar conditions again tomorrow. A Titan radar picture indicating we had some showers around and some thunderstorms as well. They were around just a short period of time. As I mentioned earlier, it's kind of tapping into this dry air in the upper levels of the atmosphere. As soon as it does so, it just kind of rains itself out and then moves along. As we said earlier, there were some showers right here. Those have since moved on. A few isolated cells into parts of Highlands County. Flood warnings persist for the next couple of days on into the Peace River in DeSoto County, as well as into the Myakka River at the Myakka State Park. There's that rainfall total, one area, and over an inch of rainfall there, but notice everything's east of I-75, with the exception of a few showers that have popped up recently near Port Charlotte. 89 degrees right now, the heat index still very high. At 11 o'clock last night, it was still at 93, the heat index at this time, at actually last night at around 11 o'clock. 81 the low this morning, 73 is our normal low, 91 the high today, a couple degrees above average. No rainfall to report for the month. We're well above average as a result of our tropical storm earlier. 94 in Jacksonville, 92 in Orlando. Tallahassee checking in at 95 degrees and 88 in Miami. And around town, temperatures into the mid-80s to lower 80s right near the coast. Still, though, around 90 degrees in Sebring and Myakka City, Northport, and Lakewood Ranch, all near the 90-degree mark. Bradenton, you're at 88 degrees. Well, this is the forecast model indicating not much going on tonight. A few isolated cells possible this evening, but then fairly calm. And then tomorrow, look for just a few scattered storms as we move through time in the afternoon. There'll be a few moving to the east. Now, there is a trough of low pressure, which will start to come down on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. You'll see that quite clearly. That shifts everything more out of the southwest. It increases our moisture availability, and so showers will be on the increase. Not so much Thursday, but more so Friday, and then continuing into the weekend. We're going to have this situation flip around, too, with morning showers and storms along the coast. Pushing inland in the late afternoon and evening, then heading off to the east. Typically, it's reversed pattern of that, and we'll see a little bit of a change. Now, in the tropics, all is quiet right now. Not a whole lot going on. A couple of models were hinting at something developing here in the Western Caribbean. We are watching quite a bit of storm clouds gather there, but Nothing in the models suggesting anything this time, but we'll keep an eye on it for you. Temperatures in the 70s over the Northeast. Nice in Boston now 77, Buffalo at 73, and Omaha hotter there than it was here, 92 degrees and 92 in Wichita. Same in Dallas, Oklahoma City at 91, Phoenix at 98, and Atlanta cooled down as a result of some rainfall that has moved in there. For tides upcoming, high tide will be at 10:11, and that'll be the next high tide. And then another one at 9:45 tomorrow morning. The forecast for boaters looks to be pretty quiet out there. Light chop in the bays and inland waters, seas running 2 feet or less, and the water temperature really just warmed up, 87 degrees, and we'll see a high of 88 near the beaches, and the UV index staying high. So isolated in this storm, still possible this evening. 76 for your low inland, near 80 degrees near the beaches, and then the heat index tomorrow staying high, 100 to 105, 89 degrees, and just a 20% chance for those cooling showers in the afternoon. The extended forecast does call for a better chance for showers and storms as we head into Friday. Just the timing of them may be a little bit different than we're usually used to. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. The state is turning to technology in hopes of helping residents find jobs.
The Florida Department of Economic Opportunity has created a new mobile app called Employ Florida. It's designed to allow smartphone users to easily browse for specific jobs by city or region. Nearly 20,000 job websites are linked to the app. Last month, Florida's unemployment rate was 4.8%, the lowest mark in more than 8 years.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll tell you how a group of Manatee County women helped make the South Florida Museum the great place it is today.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves on providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction. To list your home with SWC, give us a call and don't forget to watch the House to Home show every Saturday night here on ABC 7. It's simple. We just market your home better.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC 7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology.
And focus on the Suncoast.
The official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If he doesn't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one.
Little help here!
That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
When you don't know who you are, you can be anyone you want to be. You're coming with me.
Ooh, where are we going?
To the most wondrous place in the world.
Roll up, Tangleville's traveling circus is here!
This isn't a fairy story. People don't always live happily ever after. But we will. I'm Hetty Feather, and this is my story.
Each week, we tell you about an amazing Suncoast woman.
ABC 7's Linda Carson joins us now to tell us not just about one woman, but a whole group of women who have done so much for our community. Linda.
We are so proud of the South Florida Museum, but the nationally acclaimed museum, planetarium, and aquarium didn't just spring into being. It represents the love, dedication, and tireless labor of a group of Manatee County women. The South Florida Museum Service League, originally known as the Women's Committee, was a part of the museum before it even opened. Dr. Daniel Sugg, founder of the museum, came up with the idea.
He had a shell of a building
to fulfill. So he talked to the ladies of Bradenton and everything, and put it in the paper that they need help. 100 ladies showed up in their skirts, in their high heels.
They organized the Women's Committee in 1966, and the ladies ran the place when it opened in 1967.
They had to have greeters, they had to have hostesses, they had to have docents, they had to have people to do dioramas, they had to have people that typists, everything.
Museum head Bryn Ann Basayo says in those early days, it was the Women's Committee that kept the museum afloat. They did everything.
So everything from creating exhibitions, to cataloging the collections, to building a gift shop, to running the front desk. The Service League did it all.
There were few paid employees through the 1970s. Still, the museum grew.
Then the Women's Committee started a book shop, and then became a gift shop. And they had to have that going for 8 hours every day.
They even made much of the merchandise for the shop themselves, and they were the power behind the fundraising.
We have depended on community contributions, and the reach of these women in building the social network that helped keep the museum alive financially was critical in all years.
By the 1980s, the museum could afford paid employees, and membership in the Women's Committee dwindled. In 1993, they changed the name to the Service League to attract male members, but membership still declined. And now, after 50 years, the Service League is disbanding.
We have to be proud of what we did. I said, it wasn't for us, the people of Mountie, we would not have been able to have this museum running like it did.
The number of hours they've given the museum is amazing.
At least 350,000 hours in this 50 years.
And along with the volunteer hours, these ladies have raised over $180,000 in cash for the museum. And even though the group is disbanded, many of the former members will continue to be volunteers. Made a big difference in our community.
Huge work that they did.
Yes.
It really has made a difference. Thank you, Linda.
Thanks, Linda. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
Followed by ABC 7 News at 7. We'll see you at 11.